because no one knows women quite like a gay. I didn't take a gummy yet. I didn't even take a gummy yet.
I tried to bury this one. You guys are awful.
I feel so special. I don't feel pain anymore, so good job.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Snapshot of comedy right now, people. This is a snapshot of comedy.
Really nothing good to be watching. So this was your perfect bet, and we are so happy that you are here tonight. No, she's so cute.
I have 2 dogs, actually. The second one's unplanned.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. We're all so excited.
I decided I was offended and I iced that woman out of my life.
Thank you so much for coming out to Wicked Good Comedy, part of the Comedy Studio series. This is a live interactive comedy show presented via Zoom, so please feel free to start your cameras and unmute your microphones. Do keep in mind, if you can hear us, we can probably hear you. So, if there are any distractions during the show, children, pets, food delivery, or the like, we ask that you please mute yourself while taking care of it, then turn your mics back on because we love to hear you laugh. Now that we've got that out of the way, put your hands together and welcome your host, Ellen Sugarman!
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I think I just took 7 weeks off, but now we're back. So yay, everybody. I wanted to also say that thank you to Dennis, Dead Air Dennis, who made that video up top. So thank you, Dennis. You can use him for all of your Zoom and technical needs. So here I am. I'm back, you guys. I'm so excited. These past 7 weeks have been so glorious. By glorious, I mean not glorious. But I've learned a lot of things. I learned that I don't know animal facts. I have no animal facts. I learned that. I learned that hippopotamuses only have 4 legs, not 5.
Ellen, you cannot do cross stuff. You did that on my show already. So please don't do that. You've already stole my tech person and my promo stuff and all of the work that I did for 7 weeks. All you did is get a ring light and some lipstick and then came on in 7 weeks and said, oh, look at all the work I did. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have aged like 14 years. Like if I took that Oprah test right now, like what's my inner age? What's my real age? I'm 78 years old right now. Why? Because of the 7 weeks I took to get these things back up and running. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Kathe. I was actually in Boston for a couple of weeks visiting my family, and I got the pleasure to see Kathe in person, which was really, really nice.
Yeah, I got the pleasure to, within the first 2 hours of seeing Ellen, to color her hair.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
yay
all
for
my
me.
dishes. Yeah, I was in quarantine for 2 weeks and 24 hours by myself, and I had like loaded up the dishes in the sink, and I was like, oh, thank God Kathy's here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
What else, Kath? What else has been going on with you? Kathe did a show on we had Kathy's Farris and Friends is back, you guys, as well, and that's on Friday nights, as well as the other Comedy Studio gigs.
Right, we have a Comedy Studio series. I did interrupt you because you did do on Farris and Friends, and I didn't realize that the facts that you were giving were untrue facts about pets. So that kind of really mixed. It really fucked up the show, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then what I realized is that not only was that awful for my show, it was actually somebody else's YouTube channel stuff. So there's a lot of layers to this. Long story short, he basically phoned it in, gave false pets, stole the show, and now I think there's a little bit of a liability happening for us. So
yeah. Well, maybe. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. Find me, as they say in Boston. find me.
We don't say that in Boston. We don't. We're just like, do you guys want your dunks? Anyone going to Dunkies? That's what we say in Boston. Are you
Kathy,
fucking
a
kidding
Dunkin'
me?
Donuts girl?
Are you fucking kidding me right now? We don't even say that kind of hashtag. We don't do hashtags. What are we, the
That's
Midwest?
a pound sign.
Jesus.
Kathy, do you have a preference between Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks?
Yeah, neither one. I'm frugal. It's called at-home coffee. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to do either one of these things. No, at home. It's called Kathy's Coffee. Deal with it.
Coffee. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm a donut person. I love a donut. I remember Dunkin' Donuts when they used to have China cups, and that was a good time for me.
Oh, Ellen, I'm not saying that I didn't. Like, I remember when I was working, like 20 years ago,
I like a
and I would
chocolate
do
donut.
And I would do Dunkin' Donuts, and I would like get a large coffee, and then I was trying, and I get a donut, but then I went on the patch system where I'd get like 3 munchkins, so I'd get like a large, and then 3 munchkins, and I call it my patch, like a nicotine patch, but it was my Dunkin', and honest to God, it worked. Well, also I got fired from that job, so I wasn't near Dunkin' Donuts anymore. But the thing is that the plan would have worked.
Yeah. What was the? I got fired. I got fired from a job once, and I slashed the girls' tires.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that. I actually,
You know what? You're right. My karma is so fucked up right now. I think, I'll do better. I promise I'll do better.
What are you talking? Why are you putting that into the intro of the show?
I don't know why I was talking. Her name was Peggy.
That's what you're.
Yeah, I hated her.
What are you doing?
Anyways,
What are you reading out of your journal right now, Ellen? What are you doing? This is the promo of the show. Let's just keep this thing lifted up. I'm not talking about Brenda from Dress Barn right now from 1991, am I? No, I'm not. I'm here. I'm like putting all my issues aside, and we're gonna do the fucking show. Let's do the fucking show.
let's do the fucking show. That's it. You know what, Kathy? Let's do the fucking show. I'm giving up on this. I'm giving up on the intro, and I say let's just do the fucking show.
Do the fucking show.
Why didn't I just do? All right. The show. Are you guys ready for the show?
We're ready for the show, Ellen.
Yeah. I have such a great lineup. I handpicked this lineup of all of my favorite people in Boston, or New England, and California. So, and I'm so delighted to have them all. My first, now, you're going to have to do your set, so you're going to have to stop laughing. And Kathy's not that funny, Maya. And so, so you guys, so what I'm saying is, all right, our first comic, she hails from the great state of Rhode Island. And she is, I would have to say, one of my absolute favorite people, and somebody who I would trade in Kathy, and I would replace her with this girl.
And I wouldn't, but I would do that too, because I have low self-esteem and she's awesome. Go.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys put your hands together and get ready for the very funny Maya Manion.
What's up? Thank you so much. That's definitely the nicest introduction I've ever had in comedy, for sure. How are you guys? So nice to see you and everything. Like your animal facts. That was good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Quality, could be watching facts and life, but no, that's cool. So it's I've had an interesting year. I manage a restaurant. Now I do it full time. I used to do comedy a lot more. Now I'm at the restaurant full fucking time. It's so rewarding. It's awful. Like when people are like, I just miss people. I'm like, really? Why don't you work in a restaurant for a fucking hour? And then you'll never. I've decided that there's no way that anybody in the armed forces has ever worked in a restaurant, because I wouldn't take a bullet for fucking anybody in this country. Fucking, like, you motherfuckers all on your own. I hope you all fucking die. Is there a natural disaster? Like, are there innocent people who die? Nope. Like, there just fucking aren't. They're just all fucking awful. Hate them. So anyways, I'm working in the restaurant all the time, and so I manage a whole bunch of young girls, and the qualifications to work at the restaurant I work at are you hot and do your parents know the owner? And that's fucking it. That's fucking it. There's like a median of IQ of like 8, like on any given day, and it's just their problems are like, I'm just so stressed out, so I'm just gonna go to like Puerto Rico. I'm like, oh, during President's Week. Yeah, you know what, Madison? Fucking you do it. Yeah. Get some sun, get some vitamin D. Yeah, hope you get fucking swept away by a wave, you stupid cunt. So, anyway, so this year has been like, I get it that most people have had bad, had like a bad 2020. I don't want to win worst 2020, but I do. I will. Like, I always win contests that nobody wants to win, like craziest mother, worst ex-husband. Like, I fucking win, hands down. I'm like, don't even. My 2020 started in May. My father killed himself. And then my son went to prison. And then I got audited. And then I broke my arm, which was like the worst. Oh, yeah. So no, it literally. So my son actually just got out of prison yesterday, and it was awful. Like that was the bad news, but the good news is it was really close to Trader Joe's, which was like fucking awesome. I would have been really mad, really close to Trader Joe's. But actually, he should have done like 4 years, but he only did 5 months. Because we're white, which worked out really well for us, and we still are, so that'll continue to benefit us. Probably the only good thing I have going on this year. So anyway, so he's back. My mom and I have a hard time, and she called and she goes, Maya, how my son Van? She's like, how is Van? And I was like, has cornrows. And she's like, what? What are cornrows? And then I was like, well, no, seriously, what do you want? She goes, actually, I know it's your birthday coming up, so I got you a present. I got you Botox. And I was like, wow, it's awesome. I did want it. I got it like just in my forehead. Which is, now I just look surprised that I'm old, it's just like, oh my God, what happened to the rest of my face? I can't afford the rest, but I'll get there. So she goes, Maya, she's like, Maya, I thought you were going to lose weight. And I was like, well, I was, but I know how happy that would make you. So I'm not going to do that. Ever. I'm never going to do it. I'm just going to continue to get fatter because it's fun for me. And I like the way you feel about it. It's my son's girlfriend, he's fresh out, so he's going to get some. Mommy's being supportive. So kids, I know. This actually happened right now. This is so fun. It's like a white boys in the hood around here. Hi, honey. How are you? Good to see you. So anyway, doing a comedy show. What else is going on? Oh yeah. Then she goes, Maya, no, seriously, you've gained a lot of weight. She goes, are you still getting your period? And I was like, I know, she's great. And I was like, I am. Then I thought about it. I'm like, at this age, it could just be rust, like I don't even know if it's a real. So I feel like women like getting your period when you're my age. I'm almost 50. It's like factory workers showing up after the business has gone under. You're like, Pam, why are you still here? She's like, I'm like, we're not making anything anymore. Like, you can go home. She's like, it's my routine. I don't know. It's just what I do. I'm like, all right, well, fine, fuck it. I guess if you want to. So anyway, so she's like, maybe you should go to your doctor. Maybe you should go to your doctor and see, maybe it's a hormone thing or something. I'm like, well, maybe he'll give me Adderall. Fuck it. Okay, I'll go. So I went, I am always trying to get Adderall. It's like my mission in life. I'm like, I just love to breathe through my eyeballs. It's like, I don't know. I just fucking love it. I love it. I do. I used to take my sons, and one time he goes, I was like, Kevin, you remember those pills that your doctor gave you? And he's like, yeah, I don't like the way they make me feel. I was like, don't worry about it. That's just not what we're going to tell your doctor. Because mommy doesn't eat, and that we're going to find you a new dad together. as a family. So anyway, so I go to my doctor and I was like, hey, here's the deal. Like my mom's, she wants me to talk to you because, I've gained weight. He goes, well, Maya, you have gained 30 pounds in the past year. What are you doing? And I was like, well, I eat whatever I want. I don't exercise and I drink a lot. I think it's my thyroid. And he goes, okay. I'm like, okay, we'll get there. And he goes, are you sexually active? And I was like, oh, mostly I just lie there, actually. Okay. But yeah, so anyway, so I ended up told me to work out, and I was like, it's not gonna work out. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. But that's all I got on my end. So I figured I'd
Oh my
wrap it
God,
up
Maya.
here. You guys, it was so nice to meet you all. Thank you so much.
You guys, Manion.
Hiya.
Oh my God. Are you
Aren't you all
kidding
glad
me?
you're not me? I mean, that's awesome.
Oh my God, you have so much. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well, I guess, honestly, if I can interlude here, like the middle-aged woman thing is our competition is pity parties. My question to you was that in ranking order? Like, is the audit the last thing?
Yeah,
No.
the phone
I know the
was-
audit sounded awful.
It was
Like the
a
rest
crescendo. The
Yeah.
phone is the worst, honestly, of all of those things. I'm like, and then my fucking phone.
Well, for sure. Also, people don't realize the amount of paperwork in an audit. I'm sorry about your son and your
Oh my God.
father.
Oh, so no, that audit, actually, the audit happened after my tax problems. Remember my tax problems?
Yeah.
That was resolved. So that finally got resolved in December. I got audited. So there was a comedy club. This is a word, listen to this. Keep all your W-9s from clubs, because I had a comedy club report to the IRS that I made $700, but they didn't put in a decimal point. So it was $70,000 that they thought that I made on top of what I made. It took 5 years to clear up. My life was a nightmare. And then finally,
Most comics would be like, you know what? I'm not going to clear it up. I'm just going to let people think I made 70.
Yeah,
I would change that rate so fast.
I wish I get 70 grand a show. So
The first time I did comedy, I actually reported the plate of fries that's what I was paid in, a plate of fries with 4 other comedians.
I know. I was like, you have no idea. And I was trying to prove how unsuccessful I was to the IRS for 5 years. I'm like, fucking suck. I'm like,
Here, watch my tape.
yeah, right, exactly. Here, here's my clip. You'll believe me if I send you my clip. I know. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So anyway,
Congratulations on the Botox, though. It looks great.
thanks, yeah, just a little
Yeah,
bit
you're
here.
great.
Thank you. Well, anyway,
Um,
thank you
Well,
so much.
Maya,
I'll
thank
send all
you
the-
so much for doing the show. I know
Thank you so much.
it's hard because you guys have to stay up later on the East
Oh,
Coast.
wow.
So I really do appreciate it. I
Thank
do
you so
anything
much.
just to see you.
Oh.
And you're going to be at the Comedy Connection coming up, I think I saw.
I was just there, but I don't know. They might have me back. So yeah. But anyway, it was so nice
Yeah.
to see you guys.
You too.
Hi, Maya.
Everybody.
Thank you. All right, you guys, Maya Manion. All right, our next comic coming to our screens. Oh, this guy. So
Yeah,
this
that guy.
I like this guy a lot. This guy I met at the Fringe Festival in Scotland. And Kathe met him at a festival somewhere
In
else.
Michigan.
In Michigan.
Yes.
And then I ran into him here in San Diego, and he lives in LA.
I know we sound like world travelers, but we're not.
I know. I just like to say at a festival I was in Scotland. So you guys put your hands together for the very funny, well-traveled Jonathan Flanagan.
Jonathan.
Thank you. Yes, so we were in the UK. I was in the UK. It was the food was terrible. The food was terrible in the UK.
I went to a Subway and it was really good.
Yeah, it was Subway, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's like one place that was good. Most of the time, most of the food was bad. Like, I couldn't help but think, if the food's this bad now, how bad must it have been 500 years ago? Because they would just go conquer other countries just for some paprika, Like the Queen of England's like, go take over India and bring me back some curry, Christopher Columbus was basically the first delivery driver. He was a conquistador dash, basically. It's like, hey, your driver Christopher has picked up your spices. He'll be returning in 3 to 6 months. How annoying, frustrating would that have been? Just like looking at your app, like, no, that's the wrong India. That's the wrong India. Cancel order. You know, have to wait another 3 to 6 months. Ridiculous. Depending on how much pillaging they're going to do. You know. Yeah, I think that's what I missed the most of the pandemic is being able to travel. Where else was I? Oh, Pittsburgh. You guys heard that one though. I was in Pittsburgh and I got to do some shows and I met a girl at the show and then we went out afterwards and had some drinks and then she came back to my hotel room and as she was walking in my room, she said, "Hey, I have bad news. I'm on my period, but I'll still blow you and we can do butt stuff." Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, this is crazy. This girl doesn't know what bad news means, right? Ridiculous. Yeah, I like traveling, except I hate souvenirs though. Don't buy me a souvenir if any of you guys are going to. I feel like a souvenir is just basically someone's way of saying, hey, remember that place you're too broke to go to? Here's the name of that city on a keychain. Or it's usually like useless stuff. It's like, hey, we got you a shirt from the Hard Rock Cafe. It's like, how about just give me some leftovers? I'd rather have a blue than this t-shirt. My friend sent me a postcard that said, "Wish you were here." I was like, really? You wish I was there? If you had 3 wishes, you'd use one of them to get me there. It's like, well, I have 2 news for you. You can save your wish. Just buy me a plane ticket. It's so disingenuous. Like I respect it more if it's more honest. Like, if it's like, hey, I'm in Yellowstone. I got chased by a bear. I know I run faster than you. Wish you were here. You know? It's crazy. Can't travel. Pandemic still going on. Pandemic 2. Is it like the sequel? I mean, it's not even a sequel. It's just an extended cut. You know, it's like a shitty Judd Apatow movie. It's like, ugh, this pandemic should have been over 2 months ago. And why was Adam Sandler so big in it? I don't know. It's like New Zealand got the theatrical release. We get the extended cut over here. COVID's turning 1 next month. COVID's going to be 1, like a year old. If COVID was a kid, he would be walking already. It's like, oh, it seems like just yesterday COVID arrived. Now it's already walking. Soon it'll be driving our economy into the ground. I don't know if you guys know this, but walruses have the biggest dick, the biggest sex organ, the biggest penis out of all land mammals. It's true. I think it's bullshit that the horse gets all the credit though, right? Like you never hear about that. You know, it's always the horse getting all the credit for being having a big cock. It's like, oh, the horse's cock. You know, this guy's hung like a horse. It's never like, oh, look, this guy's hung like a walrus. You know, there's no porn star with the nickname the Walrus. You know, it's always negative stereotypes with walruses. Like, oh, look, this guy's snaggletooth over here needs some braces. Your walrus, you know, this fat fucking walrus. You know, walruses always just dragging their bodies on the ground and acting like they're all fat and out of shape. Like, no, maybe their dick's too big to lift off the ground. Maybe that's why they're dragging on the ground. That's why they live on ice, so they don't get rug burn on their dick. How about that? And I was thinking, like, it must be how much would that suck to say to be like a T-Rex? Because like a Tyrannosaurus Rex has never touched his own dick. Not even for like practical purposes. Not even like go to the bathroom or clean it or jerk off. He's never been able to touch his own dick. That's so sad. That's tragic. However, it'd be kind of cool if your girlfriend was a T-Rex, just because you know every time she touches your dick, she's gonna lick it, right? Like, it's right there. How could she just like, you know? How could she not lick it when it's that close? I do believe in dinosaurs. I just don't believe that's how they looked. You know, like a T-Rex. That's ridiculous. Like, yeah, right. You know, I feel like they like found all the bones to the T-Rex except for his arms. Like, hey, we found all the bones except for his arms. Like, well, just put these chicken legs there. No one will know, you know. Like the Brontosaurus. Hey, we found all the bones except for his neck. I'll just use this walrus dick. That'll work. No one will know. I think we'd be further along in the COVID crisis if they ever were able to test COVID through semen sample. Like, why can't they? They can solve murders through semen. They can catch HIV, but they can't catch COVID. What's going on? You know, I just feel like I just feel like they shouldn't give me a dirty look when I went to the drive-through testing and I tried dropping mine off, first of all. But it's like, is semen impervious to COVID? Is that what's going on? Like, that's good news. Next time I go to the store and I forget my mask, I'll just rub some cum on my mouth and my nose. Like, oh, I'm good. I'm safe. I don't get it. Then testing sites will have like magazines to help you test. My mom was like, hey, you can't come to Christmas unless you get tested. Like, Mom, I tested myself twice this morning. All right, relax. My favorite letter in the alphabet is the letter V. It's because I'm dyslexic, and that's one you can't really mess up, right? Plus, if you write it lowercase, you need it to be uppercase. It's a quick fix. No one's gonna know. You could be writing a letter like, my dearest Victoria. Oh, shoot. Oh, cool. She'll never know. All right, I think I'm gonna leave right there. Thanks a lot, guys. Give it back up for Ellen.
Hey, Jonathan.
Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks.
Awesome.
Kathy hates when I do this.
Oh,
So
great.
I love doing it even more. But I fact checked you, and the largest penis in the animal kingdom is my ex-boyfriend. No, I'm just kidding. No, is actually
Probably a
the
whale.
no, sorry. It's actually the blue whale.
Yes, that's why I said
That
land.
makes your joke so much funnier.
I said land mammal though.
Should add
Yeah,
an
but
addendum.
okay, but for the record,
Land mammal.
8 feet for the blue whale.
Well, actually, the blue whale is actually the largest animal ever to be on Earth. It's bigger than the dinosaurs.
Yeah. But also, I mean, here's the thing. You say land, but a walrus is a water animal.
That's a land mammal.
Also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the San Diego Zoo and Aquarium is world renowned. And now Ellen and Jonathan do tours, but kids don't like it.
We do tours
It's
we
not good. It's not
called
good.
The biggest dicks at the San Diego Zoo.
Or it's called Two Dicks Tour the San Diego Zoo.
We should make that reality show.
Really should.
I don't know why I got so dirty tonight. Sorry.
I know. I don't know. I like it though. Okay, you guys are ready for our next comic though. Thank
I
you,
think we are.
Jonathan. Thank you so much.
So good.
And you can catch Jonathan all over the place. I don't even know, where are you going now, Jonathan? You've got something coming up, don't you?
I have, but I'm doing some international show tomorrow online.
San Diego Zoo.
San Diego Zoo. I'll get San Diego Zoo, giving tours. Volunteer tours.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much. Yeah. Well,
Elementary school science fairs. Go ahead. Sorry.
all right. This next comic. All right. She's a new friend. I met her actually right when I first moved here, actually, at a great show that she was actually visiting, and we were like, oh, and we became fast friends. And I just adore her. She's so funny. She just got back from a 3-month trip to Mexico. Put your hands together for the very funny Texas bred Lauren Jamison, everybody.
Woo, yeehaw! Yes, thank you so much. Also great to be here. I mean, I might have to go rub one out after all this talk about whale dicks. It's, I'm a little turned on. I just remember, I think that happens in the movie Blackfish, but I didn't make it to that part because it was just too damn sad. But I believe the people at SeaWorld jack Tillicum off. And like, that's like a 10-man job. It's like, you do that for a living. Like, you deal with buckets of whale cum because it probably just keeps coming out. I mean, it probably feels cool. So I need to go back and watch that movie for educational purposes, of course. Yeah, so it's super nice to be back on Zoom again for the 5th hour of my day. Is everyone else sick of that jackass that can't figure out how to unmute himself? You know, that's it. Yeah.
What's up?
Gotcha. Yeah, we've seen some shit this year, haven't we all? I was just thinking the other day, because we're in that canceled culture and everyone's getting more and more sensitive and so delicate, like to offend people, that we can't say things anymore like, hey, bring them along, the more the merrier. Because now it's the more the scarier. Or in my case, hairier. I'm serious, y'all. I'm a Jap. I'm a Jewish American peasant. No princess over here. Very, very poor. Thank you, L'chaim. Yeah. I can't afford things like razor blades. They're fucking expensive. Grooming goes by the wayside, all right? During the pandemic, as we're still in it, the sequel, according to Jonathan, my situation downtown, y'all, I can almost braid it into challah. Can I get a challah? Anyone? No? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Miss Sugarman. God bless that bread. It's buttery deliciousness. I mean, I'm not one of those girls that doesn't eat. I love carbs. Pamela, how about you? I see you over there.
Oh, yeah.
You're a big fan of the bread? Yeah. Besides bagels, challah is amazing. Yeah. So what else has everyone been doing during quarantine? Binging a lot of shows? Everybody been binging?
Oh yeah.
Food and shows. They go together, it's perfect pairing. Yeah, I find that TV has been very educational lately in my life. I've never one to watch it much, but I definitely have caught up, made up for lost time. Y'all know that show, Orange is the New Black? That show about women doing time in prison? Or correctional, women doing each other in prison. I don't know if y'all know that character, Poussey. No one? Okay, no spoiler alert, but she done taught me about my Poussey, y'all, okay? I'm serious. I will fully admit in this safe space, I did not know that I had 3 holes down there. I didn't. Yeah. If only the urethra had a clit. I mean, can you imagine? That would be like, women would love to be in quarantine. Would never leave the house. Selfie stick, right, Ellen? I guess I just must have missed that day of sex ed. I mean, I feel like I was there, or maybe I was just focused too much on the male anatomy. Could have been, but I couldn't watch that show anymore. I was too afraid that I was going to learn more about my body that I wasn't properly educated about in elementary school. So no more Orange is the New Black. I mean, Poussey died too. So I was like, oh, I can't watch this.
Spoiler.
That show's like 100 years old. I like I said, I have a lot of catching up to do. So yeah, I pulled my back out yesterday. I was telling y'all a minute ago before the show, when the show was probably supposed to start. So sitting right now is quite painful. I pulled my back getting out of bed. That's all it took. So is the lesson here just to stay in bed, never leave, maybe. So yeah, I can't take medication for it. I'm in a lot of pain because I am 19 months sober.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you. Good. Thank you so much. Let's not allow that to be the biggest clap of my set. Luckily, I've worked it out with my sponsor that if I ever get the other clap, I can take pills for that one.
Yay.
So I have to do a lot of things, y'all, to stay centered because I deal with anxiety. I can't drink to cope. I see that. So I have to do things like breath work, and meditate, to stay, calm and relaxed. Masturbate, absolutely. I did do that before the show. Probably will after as well, because that is sex with somebody I actually love. Don't knock on masturbation. I'm too poor to own a selfie stick. So maybe my birthday's coming up, Ellen, just sending it your way. I'll Pinterest you a dildo so you can get me one. yeah, y'all, other things that I need to do is like avoid stress at all costs. Okay. Cause I don't want to relapse, but like, I can't do things like watch the news. I don't know about y'all. I avoid it at all costs. It's just way too stressful. So instead I put on documentaries about dead nuns to relax. Yeah. Don't act like you're shocked. I see some shocked faces. All right. Like that shit was on the top 10. I saw it. All right. I'm not the only freak that's tuning in. And besides, you know, I'm Jewish, as you all know. So the nuns don't apply to the chosen ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break all my bad habits, y'all. Okay. I don't wear one. My phone drives me crazy. I hate that it's like an appendage to our bodies now. I just want to throw it in the Pacific Ocean. It blows up all day long. I have people, I'm in AA, so all they do is text me, how are you? How are you? How's it going? Have you drank? No, but I'm about to. I got to say, I've never been held hostage before, but I have been on many a group text. Fucking androids. You androids, I will find you, okay? Like I said, your green bubbles are messing up my chi. I can't take it anymore. Androids, y'all, they're like hemorrhoids. They're both a pain in my ass. At least there's a cream for one of them. So, you know, it ain't the phone. Get an apple. So I'll end on this dating life, just because it's going so great. I've been calling this the mandemic. Yeah, trying to find the one in all this crazy shit. And yeah, so I've gotten on the dating apps, and get this, dudes are starting to say it on their profiles if they've been vaccinated or not, just like as a heads up. Yeah, I'm like, can we start small, maybe get that HPV under control? Go to that link, but it goes a little something like this, just for a visual. Hi, I'm Jonathan. I love sports. I've been vaccinated. Ready to mingle, y'all. And I'm thinking to myself as I'm looking at this, bro, you're 38. You're a personal trainer. Hardly essential. The world doesn't need another one of you, okay? And moreover, Nurse Ratchet, what retirement home are you breaking into and stealing these syringes from? You know, they're not steroids. So of course I swipe right, because I fucking want one too. All right, y'all. I've been Lauren Jamison, aka Kosher Barbie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. Oh my God, there's so many things I want to talk about with that, but I'm gonna leave it for our private chat. But I will say that after what happened today with Ted Cruz, nobody is safe with group texts and photos, right? You guys all saw that?
Are you kidding? You went right to the Ted Cruz thing when she talked all about that orange is the new black stuff? I just learned a ton of stuff. I took notes.
Kathy's got questions.
Thanks, Dennis.
Lauren, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, this was such a treat, y'all. This was so lovely. I mean, my God, like I said,
I missed you the other night at a show because I had a terrible migraine. So I'm glad to get to see you.
You were at home with your selfie stick and you didn't want to leave the house. Come on.
Well, anything to fix that headache. So real quick, before I bring up our final comic, who is patiently waiting for me to shut up, I'm just going to give a quick plug to the Comedy Studio. Thank you so much, Rick, who is in the audience but not letting us see him. So thank you, Rick, for letting us do the show. The Comedy Studio has classes. Kathe can talk about but let me talk about the shows, and then Kathe talk about the classes. We have shows on Wednesday and Thursday nights, and Fridays once a month, Farris and Friends. And Rick is now doing a free open mic. So if you guys want to get some good feedback, I would say tune into Rick's open mic. You can find it on thecomedystudio.com. And there's also the classes, and all the information are there as well. So and Kathy and Rick teach the classes, and they are fantastic teachers.
And you
How's
covered it
that?
all. So let's just keep going. This is
All
great.
right, let's go. All right, and now I'm going to bring up our next comic. He is the general manager of one of my favorite clubs. Well, I would have to say, yeah, one of my favorite, but my favorite club out here in San Diego, and he books me a lot, and which makes him one of my favorite bookers as well. So you guys put your hands together for the very funny, my good friend, Dave Callans.
Callans!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know, I had a 6-minute joke about whale dicks, but Jonathan and Laura kind of stole my thunder on that. So I don't know. We'll have to rip some
8
stuff
feet,
here.
Dave, 8 feet.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's like 7 feet 9 inches bigger than normal, right?
Yeah, well, okay.
No, but Maya said that she's almost 50 in her set. And I love that because I've been saying that for 2 years. When I turned 47, like my age just became an excuse in my head for everything that I do. And like, I remember when it happened, I was riding a bird scooter through the park with a friend of mine. We're cruising on these scooters, and this old guy, like older than me, yells at us. He's like, "You can't ride those on the sidewalk." And like, without even thinking, I was like, "I'm 47. Like, I'm a grown up. You can't yell at me." But then like it changed because I just say I'm almost 50. Like when people ask me how old I am, I'm almost 50. Like I'm just grouping those last few years into one segment. I don't even know why. It's just the way my head works right now. And like I still use it all the time. Like if I got to run to the store and I just got to pop in real quick just to get like one thing, I'll park on the yellow curb. And someone will be like, "You can't park there." And I'm like, "I'm almost 50. Are we really going to do this? Mind your business. I'll be right back." But I don't just use it to get away with things. I use it like to explain all my flaws as a person, like all my shortcomings. Like I had a check, I got a paper check from somewhere and I had to deposit it. So I was talking to my friend, I'm going to the bank, and he goes, "You know, you can just take a picture of that with your phone and deposit it electronically, right?" And I was like, "I'm almost 50. No, I can't do that. I can't learn new things. I can't learn how to do new stuff. This is it. You know, this, like my regular job, I'm a bartender. And one of the bars I work at just redid the whole drink menu to have like a bunch of fancy drinks, like top shelf stuff, like with the lemon zest and egg white. And you shake it twice like a crying baby that you're trying to settle down." And I told my boss, I'm like, "I hope nobody orders that when I'm working because I am not going to learn these recipes." And it's not that I don't want to, I just can't. Like I'm done learning. I can't learn new things. I don't want to meet new people. I don't want to learn new names. Like I've reached peak Dave. This is my final form. You know, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got. And that makes me think about which technology is going to lose me, because that's going to happen soon. Like I used to make fun of my grandparents because they didn't understand email. And like now I make fun of my parents because when they type on Facebook, they type their name at the end of a comment. I'm like, I know that's you. Your name's already there. You're not signing a letter. Like, do you not understand how this works? And eventually I'm going to get to the thing that loses me. Like this Zoom, this is already like testing my limits. Like I can't do TikTok. You guys are talking about Clubhouse. Forget it. I can't, not doing it. I just figure like sometime very, very soon, I'm going to be talking to somebody and they're going to be like, "Oh, you don't know how to transmit your essence to the cloud and move your physicality into your equation?" And they'll disappear. And I'll just be like, "What just happened? What's going on?" It's kind of scary. I'm not looking forward to it. And there's a bunch of kids in my neighborhood. And I just found out today, there's these 2 kids that live a few houses down. I just found out today, their parents named them Action and Voice. Like, that's their names, which is, they're already gingers, which means they had a tough road already. And now they got these names. Like the parents just gave up, like, "Yeah, our family's Mad Libs. Good luck with that." And it's just, these weird names are popping up all over. A good friend of mine had a daughter and named her Rain. And it's not rain the way you're thinking it's spelled. And it's not rain the other way you're thinking it's spelled. It's just like a handful of leftover Scrabble letters, like rain. That's it. There we go. Like, I just imagine being in a kindergarten class right now, listening to roll call. It'd be like being at an improv show. Like the teacher's gonna be like, "Okay, I need a job and a location." Okay, moving on. It's just, I don't know, man. I just can't with kids. Like this, it's not that I hate kids. I just don't like them. Like whenever you go to visit someone who has toddlers, they always want you to like talk to the toddler. Like your friend will be like, they have a 2-year-old, like, oh, Dave's here. Come say hi to Dave. Say hi. Say hi to Dave. Say hi. Tell him hi. Say hi to Dave. Say for like a minute. And then finally it's like, oh, he said hi. See, he said hi. And I got to be like, oh, we're going to pretend that noise he made was a greeting. All right, sure. I'll play along. Like that's never enough. They want you to like engage the child. Like, didn't you have something you want to tell Dave? No, it's okay. Tell him. It's okay. Tell Dave. Tell him. Tell Dave. I'm like, look, I don't even want to talk to adults who have full command of the English language. Okay. Don't make me do this with your kid who can't even string noises together. Like, what are you going to do? Tell him about some new toy you got? A month ago, I took Molly, met with 3 strangers. Okay. This conversation's over. I'll tell you how you pooped your pants. This is done. We're done with it. That's it. And it gets worse. Like when they get a little bit older, like when they're 5 or 6, because now they actually can talk and they can think, like they're putting thoughts together and they're starting to learn stuff. And because they're learning stuff, they think that they're smart. They think if something is new to them, that it's new to everybody. So you have some 6-year-old come up to you with some bullshit fact like, I just learned about this boat called the Titanic. And I don't know if you ever heard about it, but it was a long time ago. It's kind of a big deal. I'm like, what am I supposed to be impressed? Like, I know more than you, okay? I know everything you know, plus more. So go ahead and tell me about your stupid little boat. And then I'll tell you where you're going to be in therapy by the time you're 20 because your parents give you too much positive feedback and you won't be able to handle adversity as an adult. Let's pick this up in 10 years. We'll see whose fact was more impressive, okay? But like, don't feel bad for the kid because at least they didn't have their childhood memories taped over by episodes of Highlander. Like that's what we had to go through. That's all I got for you guys. And
That was great, Dave. Dave does a show pretty much every night, right, Dave?
It's like 3 nights a week at this point. I'm cut it down a little
3
bit.
nights
Monday,
a week
Tuesday, Wednesday.
on his Facebook Live, which is Dave Callans. No, yeah, Dave Callans is your Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dave Callans, and he talks movies and different subjects of movies. Where most of them, he uses what he refers to as his opinion, but they're all wrong. So so that's it. But Dave is the best, and he's without Dave, I would have no one to talk about San Diego comedy drama with. So I'm very grateful for that. So you guys, I think that's it. Kathe, what do you think?
I think it went really great, except for like the stuff at the beginning with the pet facts. Everything else was great. Oh, also with the walrus sticks, but everything else I think was great.
Yeah. No, I think that here's the thing. I think that the walrus sticks was great. They're 5 feet long, which I find.
Alan, walrus sticks were great, not was great.
Right. And also, let me just say, I really feel like if we recorded this and we edited a little bit of stuff, I think we could do a middle school assembly and educate a ton of people about it.
Yes, I think you're right, Kathe. I think you're right.
Honest to God.
Steve, that was really annoying. And no one likes that when you correct them, especially when you know what it is that they are saying. Anyways.
So is a walrus stick more dangerous and at risk of being a weapon more than a tusk? I'm like trying to envision this animal.
Also, I just want to say, and I think all those things are dangerous, but nothing's more dangerous than a toaster oven. It creates so many more fires and anything.
Keep it away from the bathtub
and everything. But I didn't want to supersede everybody's sets because I think you all did fabulous. And thank you so much for preparing for the show.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. And Dennis, thank you so much for running the tech. It's not an easy thing. And so we're out. We'll be back in 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks out. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
I think we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll have more comics for you, and that's it.
Wicked good comedy.
Wicked good comedy. Woohoo! Thanks, everybody.